Hello, dear Cancer, and welcome to your love reading for the month of May of 2025. I hope that you're all doing well, and thank you. Special thanks to our patrons. This is a Patreon reading, but will be released to the public after the 20th of the month of May. Let's see with this 9-card spread what is going on in the month of May. Dear Cancer, we've recently had a new moon in Taurus, which is a sister earth sign, does work well for you, and we'll be having a full moon on the 12th of the month again, which is in good aspect to your sign. So let's see what's going on. It's a quite promising month, the month of May, especially the second half. Let's see, as all planets will be direct, what is the Karma Dharma for Cancer? Do check out your other placements as well. So we've got Taurus and the Hierophant. The advice here is teach. So you're either going through some sort of a lesson where love is concerned. Someone is taking the role of the teacher, the other the student. Okay, Taurus means family commitment, something long-term. It could speak to conservatism, following traditions, of course. Some of you are also seeking guidance. Could be from your, from a vicar, from a pastor, someone if you're looking for advice relative to a commitment, if you're going through anything challenging. And this could also speak to a spiritual connection. So let's take a Mirror's Love Oracle firstly, and then we will take the 9-card spread for Cancer. Dear Spirit, Cancer, it seems like you're off the hook. Mars, the planet of passion, desire, wants and needs, has been retrograding through your sign for months. He entered last September and he's been retrograding through your sign. So there's been the inability, you've had great inability to move forward where your love life, your emotional security and stability is concerned. Family has been very connected and themes relative to the past. Now Mars has finished his retrograde. He's out of his shadow phase. He did retrograde between the Cancerian people that have got planets or points from the 17th degree onwards. So from the second decan and into the third, you are the ones that have had the most issues relative to being able to move forward. And Mars could be, if you're a female, Mars could be a masculine figure in your life, or it's the masculine side of you. Okay, let's see what's going on for Cancer now in May 2025. Now, this could be a timeless reading, so whenever you view this message, there could be important messages for you personally. So we've got a brunette female, light-colored eyes more than likely, brunette or even black hair, dark brown, black hair. To me, she's, because of the light-colored eyes, she could either, if this is not you, I'm just saying, because light-colored eyes would speak more to water or air, water sign, air sign. Now, you're a water sign, of course. With the dark hair, I get a little bit of earth as well, unless she's someone who dyes her hair. Let's see, she's a little bit cheeky, a little bit sneaky. Let's see. We've got the family. Interesting, because we've got a blonder female here, and we've got a dark female as well. So we do see a family unit. You do have the Hierophant there, which could speak to commitment, living under the same roof with someone, or having a marriage, being within a marriage. So I see two different females here, so there could be options. And we've got children. The children seem to be coming through very strongly for the love readings of May. I've already done Taurus and Gemini. So if there's any affiliation between you and those signs, unless you've got planets there, then maybe check out those readings. But the children card to me, it can speak to physical children, but it can also speak to a soulmate connection, because we see the youngsters here, right? So possibly a soulmate or someone you've known for a long time. If you're not familiar with someone, then this could be someone, possibly could be a soulmate that's coming into your life, whether you know them or you don't. There could be an affiliation from a past lifetime, who knows? But it's interesting because we've got the light-coloured female and the darker reddish tinge sort of female and the masculine here. So let's see, because this could be you having gone down memory lane, people from your past re-entering your life, unless some of you are in a, and I don't know who you are. I feel that this would be the other woman, because the lighter colored hair would be more the water energy, water, which you're a water sign. So possibly here we've got, as I said, what I mentioned before. If this is her natural colored hair, then there could be strong earth, but she's also got the ability to have air and water in her chart. I get strong air because there's intelligence here. There's someone who uses their logic. I do get strong Libra. I don't know why, but could be any air sign. Let's see. And we've got dating here. The dating is like the Two of Cups for me. Let's see. And we've got the wallflower. We see a divine masculine there in the shadows, and we see another female in the shadows, and this woman feeling like there's boredom. I don't know why there's boredom here. I mean, we've got the darker woman here as well, which could be someone that is the third person. Yeah. Let's take your cards here. Let's take your cards. What is she sitting on? She's sitting on work. We see dark hair again and light-colored eyes. Someone who's just very bored with their life. Life is a drag. Missing excitement. So you know where I'm getting at. Let's see what is going on for Cancer. Cancer, please, Spirit, in the month of May. Let's take your 9-card spread. The main focus is the Page of Cups, so we get Pisces. We've got the Moon. Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. Very strong Pisces. Pisces, a Virgo as well. So we've got water and earth so far. Here is a bit of fire with the 7 of Wands. 2 of Pentacles. 8 of Wands. The past leading on to the future. We've got the Scorpio card, the Death card. We've got the Sun. So we've got a bit of fixed energy here. We do have some mutable, which means change, transmutation, changes, possibly even, yes, changes I'm going to say, because transmutation, mutable energy means change, and there's been a lot going on in the sign of Pisces and Aries. We do have some fire here. Okay, so we've got Leo, possibly Aries as well, I would say. We are in the Taurus season as this reading is being done, heading towards the Gemini season. There's going to be a very positive new moon in Gemini on the 27th of May, which, okay, for you, dear Cancer, Gemini is a new moon behind your back. Let's say with the new seed is being planted, something is growing. Something is growing. Something is beginning that you may not be aware of. Gemini does speak to, again, mutable energy, which means changes. Now, you're a cardinal sign. You're a cardinal sign. This is more than likely your energy here with the moon being in the dark where things are concerned. The high priestess many times is a third person, the other woman could be. Or there's a spiritual connection possibly here. We've got the high priestess and the high priest, right? This, the Seven of Wands can speak to denial, someone not trusting in their intuition, someone not letting you emotionally in, possibly, because this is like, I don't want to believe what I feel within my core, within my psyche. I don't want to see the truth. This is like looking the other way, not wanting to acknowledge a situation here. And with the Two of Pentacles here, Two of Pentacles can speak to things being up in the air. And it's interesting with the full moon here. And of course this signifies Cancer, but there's going to be a full moon in Scorpio, which will be in good aspect for you. I feel that possibly it's as though a decision is going to have to be made here, a possible choice here. Maybe that's why with the Page of Cups, this could be an apology if you're dealing with someone from your past. There is a possibility, as Venus is not coming out of her retrograde zone until roughly mid-month of May. So there is a possibility of past relationships, past people coming back into your life. And this could be a meeting as well. This could be a meeting, getting together, an apology, or let's go out. Someone's thinking of making an offer here. Lots of messages, lots of change and transition. We go from the 7 to the 8 of Wands, and this does speak to change after things are starting to move. All the planets are going to be direct after mid-month of May, which is going to bring radical change. And here is the full moon. The full moon in Scorpio. Something will be lit up, something that needs to end. And then, we've got the sun here. The sun is Leo. Leo is following our heart. This, to me, in the Morgan Greer, which we're using here, the sun card reminds me of the twin flame very much so, because you could see that how close they are. Even if this is not twin flame, it could be a soulmate. But the sun speaks to clarity, truth. Clarity, truth, reconciliation possibly for some of you, where there's been an ending, or after an ending, a reconciliation. It feels quite rough here, right? And we're interesting because we've got the full moon and the new moon. So the full moon is going to be in Scorpio, and then 2 weeks later, we're going to have that new moon in Gemini. And this is Pisces, so obviously mutable signs. And again, something needs to be seen for a possible new beginning, which you may not be aware of. As I said, the Gemini new moon is taking place behind you. What is the outgoing card? We've got the Page of Wands, which is like the minor arcana of the Fool. And this is enthusiasm, new beginnings. This is a message of passion, desire. This is, I want to take that journey. I want to move forward. Also, because Venus is transiting through Aries, this is an Aries card. We could say Sagittarius as well. I don't know if you're dealing with a foreigner, someone who comes from different beliefs than you do, with different traditions, different background. But this is a very promising card, and we've got a couple of pages which can speak to fresh energies. There's great potential for newness, but there are also messengers. They're students. There's the teacher. Here are the students, right? As I said, swapping roles. But also, these could be children, and we see the children there. What's at the foundation? And wow, we've got this could be a possible secret meeting or connecting with someone that comes from across the seas, from a different state. Who knows? There is secrecy here. With the Two of Wands, you could see that the other person, both parties are carrying the Ace of Wands, which is what they desire. We see the wand this is like something that is growing. There's growth on these wands, these staffs. So again, I get strong Gemini with a possibility relative to that new moon in Gemini. Because for me, Gemini is the sprout, right? Taurus is the seed. We've put the seed within the earth, which is Taurus, which happened end of April. The next new moon is Gemini, which again, if we're talking to Cancer rising people, then Taurus new moon would have been your 11th house, which would be connecting with someone through social media and the internet. If you're dealing with someone through the internet, or someone that comes from a different part of the world, right? So that would mean that Gemini would be your 12th house, secret connection, secret love affair possibly as well. So Two of Wands, Two of Pentacles, needing to make a choice, needing to drop something. Two's company, three's a crowd, dear Cancer. So we've got fixed Scorpio, a fixed Leo, and we've recently had, and here is Taurus as well. So I don't know if you're dealing with someone who's got a lot of fixed energies in their chart, or they've got their sun in a fixed sign. Five of Pentacles, two people that come from different beliefs, where there's very big differences where their social standing is concerned, whether it's financial, whether it's the language they speak, what they believe, their religion, so on and so forth. But they find solace within each other. We've got a Queen of Swords here. Remember what I said here with the brunette female, that I get Libra here, and this is a Libra card. So just wondering if that's not important for you. Cancer, Libra, they are in square, so this could be competitive energies between you and another Libra individual who could be this wallflower. Ace of Cups, Page of Swords. Unless you are in a commitment, in a marriage, and there's another woman, and this could be a discovery, something that you're discovering, right? If you're the third person, because the Queen of Swords, unless this is another side to you, of course, where you've been looking for an equal relationship. The Ace of Cups is there, so possible new beginning with someone that you found connection with, even though you had grave differences between you and this person. And the Page of Swords, of course, speaks to Gemini, and Gemini is communication through social media. So something like that is coming through for me. Let's take more cards and see what's going on, dear Cancer. And you know, the Gemini energy, you could have planets yourself in Gemini. So when I'm mentioning Gemini, could be another side to you. Let's see what's going on for Cancer. Let's make some room here. We will be taking some personal, well, general love messages. At the end of the reading, we'll be taking the Mystic Moon Oracle, some Lavera Sibila on these placements, and a message from Spirit. So at the end, we'll be taking the love messages. So stick around. What's going on for Cancer and in their love life in the month of May? Children. Your love life is being affected by children. So those of you that are in a commitment and there's been infidelity, some of you may not want to let go, possibly because you've got a family. Because this could be, all right, we're finding the middle ground, making up and not breaking up, possibly. Let's see. Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Let go of control issues. Let this situation unfold naturally. Let's see what else. And we've got healing family issues. So your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. So there could be some karma that you're revisiting. If your parents have gone through something like this, it feels like you're living through a same situation. Maybe there's some karma where some of you may have deemed your parents as unfit if they had a similar situation. And that could be the karma that comes back around to teach you a lesson. There's the teach card again. So a lot of karma I get here, worth waiting for, and divine timing is at work in your love life. You deserve love. You are lovable. I do get very strongly with the bow and arrow here that someone's head over heels in love. But maybe divine timing is at work in your love life, where you will find your happiness when these angels take flight. Even if this is a reoccurring theme, because I get a lot of karma here. I don't know why. Whatever's going on karmically, because the north and the south nodes, they are in Pisces, Virgo, which again are in good aspect to you. So maybe Spirit is helping you go through a similar situation but have a different outcome. And that way you're also working through some karma and releasing, whether this is a commitment that some of you may be going through. There's been infidelity and you're working through some karma, making it through, salvaging possibly also a family situation. For some of you, if you don't have the ability to salvage this commitment, this relationship, some of you may have been in another commitment and there's a new soulmate, there's a new connection coming through. There could also be an age difference, I get here. But you're also releasing, some of you could be releasing a controlling narcissistic past relationship where you stayed for the children, but now it's time for you to live your life, to follow your heart. Your life has gone through a major transformation or is going through that. Let's take your emotions. Let's take your psyche for the month of May of 2025. What's going on, dear Spirit, for Cancer? Remember that Mars has been opposing Pluto from last year. Mars from your sign opposing Pluto, which hasn't been easy, obviously, especially if you're born in the last few days of the sign of Cancer, or you've got planets there. So those of you that have got planets, I would say more so your sun, possibly your moon, rising as well, those relationships possibly would have a lot of difficulty in making it through with that opposition of Mars and Pluto. It was meant to go. If you think a relationship was meant to go, if you think that Mars and Pluto both rule Scorpio, and there's this full moon in Scorpio, so some of you may be at the end of a partnership and going through a major life ending, because you could be following your heart and doing, moving forward, because this is the minor arcana of Aries, which is, it's the Aries energy, new cycle possibly, and because Venus is in Aries, you are pushed to make the changes in your life, okay? Because Aries and Cancer, they're in square, so life is pushing you to make the changes. Summer, maybe things have been going on since last summer. We do have the Leo energy here. Settling, staying possibly for the children, some of you, and because of family. We've got communication, 8 of Wands, very similar. Or there's telepathy between you and another, where you found a lot of happiness, but the family blocks the heart matters. The true happiness in your life is blocked by children and family. 5th dimension, this is a twin flame. This is a twin flame card for me. And there's the third party, you see. There is the third party. Family could also be the blockage if there's no real third party and you're just connecting spiritually with your twin flame, which could be, of course, very life-changing. Let's see. Let's take a couple more cards. Unawakened. Someone needing to go through an awakening. We see more the divine masculine going through an awakening, more than likely. And there's a return. There is a return of a twin flame. Wow. So this ties in with a story that some of you were in a family, in a commitment. You had a family and you have connected with a twin flame, and therefore there's a third party situation going on here, and someone is returning from the past. So I do see infidelity for quite a few of you here because of a twin flame connection. Some of you may be letting go of a soulmate and moving towards a twin flame. That is a possibility. You're seeing lots of signs, you're having lots of synchronicities, lots of things are showing you the way. And the fall season could be talking about last fall, where someone you were, I don't know, this could be someone spying on you, watching you from afar, let's say, admiring you. But this is also, we see the ballerina and we see the butterfly. So someone going through major change, death process where their life is concerned. Maybe because we've got Pisces, Scorpio energies here for me. And very interesting, again, the Pisces era, the North Node in Pisces. So much going on in Pisces recently, coming up to a full moon in Scorpio. That's really interesting. Because this is Capricorn energy. It's more grounded. It's more, and again, it can speak to Christmas, the Christmas season. not long ago, where you've been seeing a lot of signs and synchronicities. Let's continue. Let's take some Lavera Sibila. Before I do that, I want to take the message from Spirit. For Cancer, please, Spirit, what's going on? We'll take some Lavera Sibila. What's going on for Cancer? What is the advice? Wow. So you're in between two worlds, and it's a number 3. 3 can speak to being at the moment of expansion and growth. 3 can speak to third parties. 3 is a number of growth. It is the Empress. And the Empress does speak to manifestation, abundance, happiness. I mean, the Empress, of course, remember, is Venus. So Libra and Taurus come through. You could see that the past shows a grey, dull energy here. So going through a shadow phase, going through a dark phase in your life, and coming into more color. So more happiness, more reality, more positive, moving towards that, to more positive energies. But 3, if this is the Empress energy, the Empress does speak to patience as well. Let's quickly read the message. Number 3. 3, maybe the month of March was very significant as well. Let's see what it says here. The relationship message says, this is a time to explore the new energy between you and another. It is not a moment for certainty, but rather for discovery and curiosity. You don't yet know if this will last forever, so allow yourself to explore who you are and what is reflected back to you. This relationship is meant to educate you. There's the word education, and teach about yourself. This is to educate you about yourself. What do you need? What do you like or dislike? What values are important to you? You are in a critical phase of your relationship that is not to be dismissed or hurried. So what it's saying is, slow down, take your time. There shouldn't be any rush. Because Venus is transiting through Aries. Aries is about rushing into and diving into something without thinking. So just be aware that could be a little bit dangerous. What is the moon showing us? Because the moon speaks to the secrecy, depth, psyche. Trust your dreams. Maybe you're seeing very prophetic dreams and getting messages through that. What does the moon bring us? So the Viaggio comes through, 3 of Wands. The Viaggio, this could be someone who travels or someone that is at a physical distance. This is like the knight in shining armor. A secretive romantic connection. The delirante, deliriousness, silly actions. The moon does speak to secrecy, but also fears pertaining to the psyche, to being totally truthful where one's emotions are concerned. I don't know if you're dealing with someone that is more open, possibly when they have a drink or two, more open relative to their emotions. I don't know if that's your energy, or because I get the knight in shining armor, which would be another person that you're secretly possibly connecting to. What is the High Priestess? Donna de Servizio. We've got the Virgo Pisces energy here. This is someone who serves others. We know the High Priestess can speak to the other woman, but can also speak to strong intuition, possibly also because the nodal axis of the moon, the nodes are fate and they are destiny. And they are on Pisces, Virgo, which helps you along relative to fated events. Now, you may also have someone that you're seeking guidance from, which is the High Priestess, which is serving you well. Um, trust your intuition in what messages Spirit is sending you. But you know, the High Priestess in the stanza, which is the room, things going on behind the scenes that are very secretive. There's a sexual connotation here as well. So I don't know if this connected with work as well, because Donna de Servizio is Virgo energy. Virgo is work. So let's see, because we've got a lot of earth on top of the water energy of Pisces, something relative to something very dreamy turning into a more practical, something wished upon, possibly the practical side of things are difficult, because we've got the Seven of Wands next. And a reunion, someone not being able to return. Eight of Wands this is. Or someone being in denial that they want to reunite or reconcile, or practical matters, life matters, not allowing a reconciliation, possibly also physical distance. Or to reunite, to reconcile, feels like an uphill battle. Everything seems to be against it, whether it's your thought or it's practical matters. What is the Two of Pentacles? The domestic, or lack of trust, or residing with someone where there's a lack of trust. If there's physical distance between you and another, of course it's common to not being able to trust someone fully because you're not around them every day. This is the butler, and the butler would naturally be there to help and not to hinder. But there are trust issues here. Could be someone that's in your periphery, someone that you live with. So being on the fence relative to trust matters, or whether someone can deliver what they've promised, possibly, if there has been a promise. What is this Page of Cups? What is it? Amalato, low morale, an offer not being able to be offered, an offer not coming through because of it's not a big enough offer. Let's say the pages are only very small offers of love. The Amalato is low morale. This is like, I'm ready to give up. See, look at the obligations and the restrictions with the prigione. Obligations, responsibilities towards children, and I've got to face the music. I've got to be responsible. This cannot work out. This is a lot of worry, stress, and negative thinking. But we see the Eight of Wands coming through after an ending, or someone willing to let go of something, because we've got two Scorpio cards here. Five of Swords, letting go of a third party, letting go of a relationship where there's been a lot of fight. Words, difficult words. We see lots of air here. Air is thought, negative thought, possibly also your conditioning from your childhood, possibly. But also, willing to communicate, to get through the challenges, looking for logic where there's been possibly madness. Because Five of Swords is, there are third parties, but someone's got the ability to break through the nebulousness. There's been a lot of confusion and illusion recently. Not seeing things clearly. Maybe this is someone setting things right, even though there needs to be an ending, and their possible communication will bring an ending. Let's see. An ending to challenging situations relative to the past, the possible blockages and practical matters here, and possibly the changes, the all the planets moving now direct will possibly bring an ending, even if someone needs to go through the fire, through the challenges, through possible even legalities, possible legal divorce, separation, possibly, because the Belvedere is someone's waiting on a reconciliation, waiting on someone to arrive from a physical distance. But there are also, she's got one eye open, one eye closed. So again, not fully trusting that there will be an arrival of someone from a distance, possibly, or a return to reconcile, because we've got the card of reconciliation here with the sun, and we've got the return there. What's the death card about? See, after a death, after an ending, there is a reconciliation, a new beginning. We've got the Ace of Cups and we've got the meeting here. A happy moment, a happy meeting. Maybe the divine timing is now, in the month of May for some of you. Let's look at the sun. We've got the Ace of Swords, so the Ace of Truth. The dispiacere is the Ace of Truth, which will bring either tears of sadness or tears of happiness, but it will clear the air. You've got two aces heading towards the future, dear Cancer. I want to take one more card on the Ace of Cups here, the meeting. The Sacerdote. Sacerdote, which is the marriage, and the Hierophant. Marriage, possibly an annulment of marriage or things being revealed relative to someone's secrets around a marriage or a commitment that may be revealed, because this is the Ace of Swords, which is clarity, possible also victory. Let's take one more, and we've got the Amica. The Amica is the marriage card, or the best friend, someone marrying a best friend, the possibility of marrying a best friend in the future. But this is also for some, this could be a soulmate connection being ended for a twin flame connection. But the Amica is balance and harmony. It's the 1111. It is the 1111. And what is this Page of Wands about? We've got Superbia, pride. This is abundance. This is luck. This is a spiritual connection, surely. It's the Two of Wands. There's the meeting. Someone feeling very proud as well that they've made it. What's at the bottom of the deck? And we've got Il Nemico, the enemy, the snake going. It's like the animosity going away. And it's number 11, which is 11 is a portal, and we've got 1111 here. What's that sitting on? 7 of Cups and the Artista, which says there will be some discoveries. Some things will be revealed relative to some nebulousness. Something is being discovered, which may be the it could also be the poison that's turning into the healing, right? It could also say that this, full moon in Scorpio will be the ability to change things around. Secrets that may be bringing up some challenging aspects relative to the psyche as well. But Scorpio is about endings, obviously. And as I said, a full moon in Scorpio is in good aspect for you, dear Cancer. So you will not be the wallflower in the month of May. There's going to be a lot of sudden revelations, a lot of excitement, even though there is a bit of a downer here mid-month, which is not easy. I do feel that it's the second part of May that will bring more exciting things into your life. And this is incredible, the return of someone that you feel you want to connect with, and on a more serious level, because we've got the family card there as well, right? And it's worth waiting for. Some of you have been waiting a long time, because this is the outgoing line here with a reconciliation, which is going to bring an ending of in your life. Three of Cups, it's like a third person falling out of the equation. And the Two of Wands, which is you see, this is connecting with someone that you share the same desires, right? And again, this is a portal. It is a 2. So choice is very, very important in the month of May. And you're going to choose. You've probably already chosen, I would say, even though you've sacrificed a lot for children. If you are parents, I do see the dating. Here is the meeting. You won't be the wallflower anymore, dear Cancer. The energies are starting to pick up. There will be a lot of excitement. You've gone through a learning curve, obviously. And we need to be grateful for the people that we leave behind. You may have been in a commitment with someone that was your teacher. Everything in life, all the teachings are precious in life, and they make us who we are now. They help us evolve our soul's evolution. So let's look at some love messages now. Now these could be your thoughts. They could be thoughts of a past partner or a potential partner, which I do see dating here. Now, for those of you that could be letting go of a family commitment because there's been infidelity, it's relative to the same story, that there is a possibility of a new soulmate or a new twin flame coming in for you, which maybe they've gone through this. Maybe they've gone through the same theme, and maybe the divine timing. Remember, the divine timing is at work in your love life. That's you and a potential partner have been going through the same lessons, same teachings, and now you're coming into contact. Because the return card does speak to someone returning from your past. Could be from another incarnation. Another lifetime. Wow. You left me in the dark, stuck on you. It's done, door closed. They cheated, feeling blue. I got carried away. I didn't want to hurt you. It didn't mean anything. So much air, which we see mid-month. A lot to do with dark thoughts. A lot of information that will be very challenging. I will never forget you. I will always love you. I regret the moment that I let you go. I knew you would break my heart. Lots of swords. I get very strong air. So, dear Cancer, some of you are connecting, or there is a connection to an air sign. Wealth is not important to me. Wealth for me is connecting to my other half on a spiritual and emotional level. Nothing else matters. You'll always be in my heart. I can never or will ever forget you. And I love my freedom in my life. I cannot handle monogamy and being tied down with one person. If you're still interested, call me. And forever yours. I've made a million mistakes. Can you forgive me? That's another dilemma that Cancer may be going through in the month of May. So some of you may be getting over this fork in the road, right? Of the past few months, and forgiving and staying together for your children, going through healing. So lots of stories. Remember, this is a general reading. This is the general gist. Thank you so much, dear Cancer, for your love always. And I will be back with next month's love readings. Don't forget to check out your other placements. And until then, love and light. Thank you so much. Special thanks to our patrons, of course, always. Love and light.